Hello everyone, welcome back to Juju and Football. This is the preview for Game Week 1. So first of all, the Premier League is back. How do you like it? We've watched some very exciting football. We've had some very exciting matches, some very exciting decisions. So we're going to talk about some of the games that were exciting. United game, the Chelsea Liverpool game, very exciting. uh, some ref decisions. What do you think about that? And let's see what else. So let's go. So we shall start with the last game that was played yesterday on Monday evening. That's Manchester United versus Wolves. It ended 1-0 to Manchester United, but then we didn't play well. It's almost like we didn't have energy. It's like I don't know what was wrong with, maybe they had like a reality check, like, okay, the season has started, and they almost like expected maybe the day before that they will be still playing preseason, but then they were told like in the morning it's the season, it's the real thing. So they had that kind of fear. They weren't really like together, like you could not sense the togetherness in the way they played. So, and the most annoying thing was Wolves showed that they wanted to win the game more than United, though we kept in the game and managed to win it. So I don't know what that was all about. It's like that stabbed all like most of the like duels were won by Wolves. So that was crazy to see. But then, well, it's always nice to win or get points, win a game when you've not played well, and that's what we did yesterday. So hopefully we shall be better on Saturday against Tottenham. So if and I talked about this, if you've watched some of the prediction videos, United are going to have a problem with counterattacks, and you saw like all the time, every time Wolves got the ball and were in a counter-attacking position, they got a very good chance. They just don't have finishers. So if we have the same problem with Tottenham, I think Tottenham have better finishers. We have Richarlison, Son, and who else? The more people that can finish in Tottenham. So we need to work on that area. We need to work on our midfields. We need new signings, and then I think we shall improve. So the next game we shall look at is Chelsea versus Liverpool. Ended 1-1. It's Chelsea, I think, are going to be a very exciting team. I'd given this game, I thought Liverpool would win this game, but either team would have won the game. They both had the chances. Salah scored, but he was offside. So Chelsea, I think, are going to be like a very exciting team to watch. I I think I don't have them in my top four, but I think they're going to play very entertaining football. But I just don't think they'll be getting results. I think they'll have many draws, and uh, because of that, they may not be able to get into the top four. But they're going to really play very entertaining football because they have young team, very courageous team, unafraid of, unfazed by anything. So then if you look at Liverpool, they also have a problem. They have a similar problem in relation to getting counter-attacked on. Their midfield is lacking a bit. You could see like Chelsea could also like go through their midfield like with ease. So that's I think that's why they were willing to spend big money on Caicedo, though Caicedo chose to go to Chelsea. So I think they still want to get another midfielder. So that's because they know there's a problem in the midfield. So if Liverpool work on that, then I think they'll get better and better. So Chelsea are just strengthening, which is crazy. So they've gotten Caicedo. I think him and Enzo Fernandez in the midfield is going to be like a very good partnership for them to be able to push teams and also stop the counterattacks. So yeah, that's a good mix. The game was very good. Then the next game we can look at is Brentford versus Tottenham, which ended 2-2. So this game I thought Brentford would win, would have too much for Tottenham, and maybe they could have won because they missed some chances. But then we can already see like the structure even without Hurricane with Tottenham. It's like you can see what they're trying to do. They need they need to be more clinical, maybe create chances in a better way. Brentford are playing the way Brentford plays. They give up possession and are very good on the counter. And that was the same even with that game. So maybe another positive that you could give Tottenham is Bissouma. He's he's now like showing the player that Brighton sold, like the player that Brighton had, because last season he was nowhere to be seen. Like you couldn't tell, you like you would wonder what happened, like what was the difference from when he was at Brighton and when he went to Tottenham. Like almost like they were different people. But at least it's the first game of the season. It's too early to judge, but he looks like himself. At least he looks like the player at Brighton. So that's positive for Tottenham. And yeah, let's see where next we have. I think we play Manchester United plays Tottenham next. So hopefully we organize a bit better in the midfield and also see that we can win our second game of the season. Yes. So the next game we can look at are Crystal Palace versus Sheffield United. Well, I felt, yeah, Crystal Palace would have a lot for Sheffield United, and the one by one, maybe I felt they would win by more than one goal. But yeah, so that's it. I didn't really follow the match. Maybe about Crystal Palace is Manchester City now wants one of their best players, so that's going to be a problem for them if Manchester City manage to get him. Then also let's look at Everton versus Fulham. So started Everton were at home versus Fulham. Fulham, yeah, you'd expect Fulham to win that, and they did 1-0. But then the approach that Everton had, like from the start of the game, was very, very, very negative. They and they had, I think they had good chances. They could have won the game. They had very good chances, but then I think they started with five at the back or something like that. Uh, so hopefully they can score the chances that they get, because they created some good chances against Fulham, but they didn't manage to score them. Um, Brighton versus Luton is another game that was very entertaining, many goals in it, and it wasn't a surprise like from the Brighton team. Brighton are a very 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 well structured team, very organized. So maybe what's impressive is these goals mainly came like in the second half, not in the first half, most of them. So maybe Luton can take that some positive from that, or and also scoring a goal. But Brighton are very 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 organized and a very good team. So I think expect more of the same from Brighton. Bournemouth versus West Ham. This ended 1-1. I expected West Ham to win this, but they did not manage. Bournemouth managed to get late equalizer. So that was that. Next game, Arsenal versus Nottingham Forest. So Arsenal, they had an interesting game, up and down game. So first, I think 15 or so minutes, they weren't, the cohesion wasn't there. Then they clicked, and in the last also again I think 15 minutes they lost the cohesion again. So they conceded the goal and they managed to keep out Nottingham Forest to get their win. So yeah, they look very good. They look very good, but I think let's see next games and we see how they continue performing. But they looked very good in those minutes where that not like when they were in control of the game, they looked very very good. So hopefully they can go on like that. And then the last game, or it was the first game of this of the week of the game week. Uh, it's so the last, which was the first game of the game week, is Manchester City versus Burnley. Well, this game is a bit let's say boring. Like many people expected Man City to win this. I know I'd given Burnley like prediction, but Man City were good. Like Burnley were trying to play. Burnley want to play like very expressive football. Man City play that, and so Man City have the better players. They have, I think, the better manager. So they are just going to beat you if at least if you're doing something different, like Wolves did against United, sit in, defend well, and counter attack. Then maybe there you have chances of getting a result against City. But if you're trying to play the same style almost, it would be very difficult. So those were the games. Maybe referee decisions. The one that I think is going to stand out, and it was in the last game of the game week, is the penalty against United. Do I think it's a penalty? Well, if it was given, it would be a soft penalty. Like I wouldn't have much to complain about. But it not being given, I also think, yeah, that I think the refs this season are giving like more leeway for the goalkeepers, because I've seen like three, I think two occasions where like the keeper comes out and the player knocks the ball past the keeper, so and he allows a bit of contact, but he has already knocked the ball past the keeper, and they don't like give it as a penalty. So well, I don't know exactly how the rule works. Is it that the keeper affects the player's like connection with the ball or something like this? I don't know how it works. But then you could see the keeper doesn't come to foul the player. He comes to win the ball, and misses the ball because the player gets the ball first. So well, I think it will differ. I'm a United fan, so I'm going to feel like I'll have to defend the decision because it went our way. But then I think I wouldn't lack sleep if it was given as a penalty. So that's what I can say. Then there's this thing that's happening that the refs are giving like yellow cards. Like let me say I get fouled, a player gets fouled, and he feels the foul needs like a yellow card. So they like show give this guy a yellow card, and then they're instead given a yellow card. I don't know how you guys feel about that one. I just feel like it's like you don't want people to express themselves, or what's that all about? Like they should be fouled and just get up and walk away, or I don't know. They should like, if I feel someone deserves something, why shouldn't I say I think they deserve this? Well, because if the player does this, like give him a yellow, that doesn't mean the ref gives him a yellow. Like the ref decides. So I don't know why they give the other player then. So that's a bit funny. Another thing maybe you can like comment about and share your thoughts is the additional time and time wasting, the way it's structured. What do you guys think? Because they are now almost like in basketball. They like it's like someone stops the watch somewhere when a substitution is being made, or a throw in, or things like that, where the game stops a bit, and then play put on the watch again when the game starts playing. And so they add, according to how much time you waste doing these other things, then they'll add that time at the end of the game, or at the end of the halves. So, like United, we added 7 minutes after the 90, so 7 additional minutes. So, what do you guys think about these minutes? I feel like they are going to change many games, because like early in the season it may not matter a lot, but midway the season and later on in the season, I think it's going to decide many games. Like, look, if you look at how many games like United used to win back in the day with Sir Alex, like in extra time. Now imagine a team, cause like like in your mind, what the team is fighting for is, let's say United is playing a certain team, and maybe it's 1-1, or United is losing by 1 goal, so they're pushing the team. What the other team is thinking about is, let's get to 90 minutes. That's what's in their mind. Let's get to 90 minutes. Once they get to 90 minutes and they see the board and it goes up and it says 10 minutes additional time, it kills them. Like, it almost takes away your energy, because it's a lot of time that's added on. So because of that, you give the team that's trying to attack and get a goal, you give them like additional fuel, something like that, and then you demoralize the other team. I think it's going to have some effects like that, and we're going to see from midway the season onwards, we're going to see many goals conceded in extra time. I think so. So, what do you think about that? Give me your thoughts. And yeah, the Premier League is back. That's game week 1. We've had some good entertaining football, and let's continue to see how this ref issue pans out. So thank you for watching. Please like the video, subscribe, and turn on your notifications so that you get updated when we post a video. Thank you.